Well, salutations everybody. How are things going? Just doing one or two little pre-stream setup shticks before we end up starting properly. But what's the crack with all of ye? Is it all a 90? Ben is all going good. Duck is all going good. Skull is all going good. What's a crackling? Salutations to ye. What's a crack-a-lackin'? I mean, to be fair, that's an accurate situation for me to be intended for certain audiences. I am a little bit more rasque than the normal average bear. Now, couple of points need to be stated just before we end up going to it. Unfortunately, no, I still haven't gotten around to watching Backlash yet. I did watch Raw, however, which was an oddly crap show. But my points in this are, since the last time I came online with this wonderful game of Clair Obscur, Expedition 33, a slight issue has occurred in that my save file got corrupted. Now, with that being the case, my save file might have gotten corrupted, but I decided to, in my own free time, go back to where we were and I am exactly where we were before, trying to keep the build as close as possible to how we had it before. So there is that, for whatever the hell that means. Okay, and with that there, and this here, and that there, we can start, could you believe it? So, my friends, how is life treating you? Has it been a good week? Is your Tuesday treating you sound and mighty? I'm back with this. I have our suit still on, our mighty fine suit, the gorgeous suit, what I want to end up having, what I wish I had in my veins, my beautiful, 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 beautiful suit. This is the secret reason why I wanted to play this game, just to look at this suit a wee bit more. Not to look at the beautiful girl in a flower suit, to look at this lad in this beautiful blue suit. But yeah. How are things going with yourselves anyway, my friends? It was an interesting weekend. We obviously went off to Manchester and had a bit of crack at that. Bit of an odd time over there, but grand to end up being it. I mean, I heard that Backlash was better than Mania. But Randy would know how to get a good match out of John anyway, and the two of them have old school logic behind them, so that's a good sign as well. I obviously haven't had a chance to watch the match yet, but give me time, I'll end up doing that in the future. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where things end up going from here. R-Truth, who is the next competitor for Jonathan's Felix Cena. That'll be an interesting competitor for him to go up against, and the right choice, in my opinion, for a man to be fair enough to go against his childhood fan, you know, childhood fan that's 5 years older than him. But it'll be fun to see how things end up going. Since this too, I have learnt that some of the areas around here are optional, and unless you go to them, it won't tell you to go to them. So as a result of which, I'm going to end up going to the secret areas after we get out of the Gestural village and see how that ends up going. So that'll be a bit of crack as well. If you're talking about DQ matches, then one of the most obvious DQ matches of all time will be next week on Raw when Braun Breaker faces off against Jey Uso. And one of the most obvious twists of all time will be Sami Zayn turning on CM Punk at Saturday Night Main Event. Now, I have a few tweaks done today with my audio and the whole lot. So please do let me know if things sound a wee bit off in any way, shape, or form. But hopefully, everything will be grand. Only 4.1 hours old. Okay, so it's saying that, but we still can't fight him. Interesting. Expedition 52's flag. So the only difference between where I was before and now is that she is level 16 as opposed to level 15, and she's level 16 as opposed to level 15. But other than that, everything else is exactly the same. I don't know, Sammy is a bit of a wet fart at the moment, so him being healed wouldn't be the end of the world, but we'll see what ends up happening. I'm sure they have a plan. Me, I'm a nice brush. Oh, they are brushes. How have I only noticed now that they're brushes?
It's really a village of Gestrals.
They seem better at surviving than humans.
I guess intelligence is not a prerequisite for survival on the continent. Now to find the chief's house. Probably the biggest one.
I mean, it's probably the one that says Chief's House would be my immediate suggestion, but who knows? Maybe I'm going all cookie in the brain. Maybe I'm not accurate in that description. But we'll go around and have a gawk first. Ooh, so there've been other adventurers here before. That's interesting. Stuff amazing. Oh, merchant! Nice. I wonder if this is merchant you can end up fighting as well to get important stuff. Beatdown is in order, so I think that means yes. But we'll see in a second. I don't think he's long enough a face for him to be turned heel yet, but we'll see. Ooh, damn. Okay. Well, we take you anyway because you're important to have. Do we have enough money for all of this? I'm not sure we do. Oh, we do. Okay. Fair enough. So we got lucky being able to buy everything here. Now, this merchant shouldn't be too big of a pain in the arse to fight, but we'll give it our go now and go straight into it. Cena, and that's how beat Cena at Money in the Bank. What, Roman turning on Cena? No, that makes no sense. But we'll see what ends up happening. In my opinion, that makes no sense. But we'll see. Time will tell. Now, I played it on controller when I ended up coming back to it, but we'll see what ends up happening here. It might be a bit hard to get used to this. Why did... Why did that happen? I am in it now. Not sure why that happened. I wouldn't yet, if I'm honest. I wouldn't put it on Rollins for a bit. I'd say Rollins needs to go through a bit of things first. But we'll see what ends up happening. There's plenty of time to do the proper stuff. So we'll see how it all ends up working out. Okay, the timing on that is a bit off. So that was the thing about Manchester. I tried to enjoy it as best as I could. And I asked an awful lot of people about what to do and what to recommend. And the people that I ended up asking were, A, incredibly annoyed that I was asking. So they were kind of rude about it. They just turned around and says, do whatever the fuck you want. So that kind of annoyed me a bit. Then the change in plans meant that it was a wee bit awkward. The place that I was staying wasn't in the best condition either. It would be a spot that I wouldn't recommend to anyone, to be honest, but I'm not going to slate the spot too much. So there was a lot of stuff that is almost designed to piss me off, if I'm honest. But in general, like anything, it was a nice little break. Okay, so I can't get the timing of that down for shite. It would have been one of those days where it would have been better to go with someone, because the amount of crap that kept happening would have made it funny to have someone with you type situation. But in general, I was grand. I don't mind traveling and all that type of stuff, so that was nice and interesting. That was a fun part of it. But like, just in the future, I'd need to make sure that I have things planned a wee bit better. That would be my only change about going over there. That and United not being the absolute drivelling shits. Now, to be fair to United, West Ham were the drivelling shites as well. It wasn't a situation of United were just so crap because West Ham were so good. We were just absolutely categorically shite. And they were just a slightly better variant of shite. So, you know, there is that. Oh, don't worry about it, the sound. I ended up meeting with an old friend that someone that I ended up going to, that I met in Thailand, so for the actual game itself. So that was a bit of crack, and just enjoyed it. I tried to just enjoy it as best as I could, and I can't say that ooh, that's an interesting element. I haven't seen that before. Well, we're buying you, and we're putting you immediately on, I think. So like I can't complain about it. It was a sound old experience. Just in the future I'd probably end up doing. Oh, that's cool. Just more that I'd end up doing. So, and this is something I should have asked before I ended up going over, but like in the general Manchester area, not just Manchester City, where do you recommend going yourself? Because like there was a seating area. It was a good sunny day, so you know there was an area where they told you to sit down and relax, and that is mainly what I ended up doing. But I just done that for a bit. My bigger problem was I went out that night and asked the same question, where do people recommend? And everyone just turned around and says, oh, there's nowhere really to go. There's only really 2 spots in the town to go to, and they're both kind of shit. Which is, you know, wonderful to say to a tourist willing to spend money. No, that's the other thing with me. I'm a cheap arsehole, so I wasn't willing to spend that much money. And it being £5 for a pint of Guinness was annoying as well. So, you know, talk about truncating your annoyances. But what can you really say? Interesting. Ooh! The hell happened there? Ah! There's no reason to talk about yourself that way, Duck. You never really know. No. Ooh, okay, we're getting into a fight with a couple of gestrels. Interessante. Interessante. Ashton Underlier. God, the names of some English areas is incredible. Ashton Underlier. It's almost like you tried to be pompous when coming up with that name. Yeah, no, I walked around a couple of spots and just enjoyed the sight of it and the crack of it and the whole lot. So it was nice to end up having. Okay. And we're all nice and... Okay, so that's only one hit. Fair enough. Fair enough. Then, consumes the fire. That's cool. Been a market town since the 1400s. I mean, yeah, oh yeah, no. Don't worry, I know that like it's me being a smart arse, because like there are regions here in Ireland, like one of the regions I'm close to in Irish literally translates to the town betwixt, and yes, it means betwixt, the town betwixt two rivers is the name of one of the towns near enough to me. I'm obviously, for obvious reasons, not going to say what the name of the town is, but I always find that funny. So like, you know, the town names have always been an interesting, funny thing everywhere, so never mind just the English sounding ones. It's just interesting. You know, it's funny. That was one of the things that bothered me quite a significant amount about being in Old Trafford. The West Ham fans, and I stated this before too, when watching the games, that it seemed like the Old Trafford fans seemed far too quiet. But that definitely was one of the annoying things about it. It definitely seemed that the West Ham fans were louder than the actual United fans. Like, especially when they scored the second goal, they were chanting, "Your show's shite, you're getting bet up by us," or something akin to that. I can't remember the exact way of it, but something akin to that, you know. But to be honest, no one wanted to hear me sing. Me singing is like death to your ears. So. Oh God. Okay, so we do actually. We need to get a lot more of this. If I knew that there was going to be multiple crack, get your words together. Multiple merchants. I would have not bought all that crap. Damn it. Okay. So we have to come back in here and get this afterwards. It's a shame there's no map. I don't think it's that bad of an injury. However, with that being said, every injury a week before a final is a potential misser. So I think it's the same area he injured when he joined him, when he joined us. So it's concerning that it's a repeat injury. With that being said, however, he left without a protective boot. So there's that, and he went off immediately. So hopefully he had the wherewithal to just go off when he felt a tweak and not when there was actually any damage done. So we'll see. But it's hard to know. It's genuinely hard to know. Ooh. You want mushroom spores, the blue kind, cultivated in Lumiere. Guess I'm looking for a cavern with large bodies of water. Well, that's the spot we came to first. We have to go back in there and look for some stuff. Interesting. Whatever is near future remains to be seen. Green sheet. I think the fans are giving up. That's still not an excuse in your stadium not to chant, in my opinion. It's your stadium. Like, you should, even in situations, like, I know that was one of the points that Ruben Amorim was making, that we'd gotten to the point now where we know the league isn't important and we don't need to fight for a win in the league. And they're right. the league isn't important and we don't need to fight for a win in the league. But you never want your stadium to feel like it's an easy challenge. And the problem is the players can give up all the bloody want to, and the fans know that the match isn't important, but you still need to be loud, rambunctious, and fighting to make the players fight. Now, players should fight off of what you end up doing. So it's one of those situations where I honestly believe that the people need to be shouting more than what ends up happening there. I did chant eventually, I just didn't chant in the video I was doing. I don't know. I don't know. I feel a bit sorry for Belinda. I haven't seen the video you're on about there, but I don't know. He tried his best, but he just wasn't good enough, Belinda. Find an expeditioner. Oh, god damn it. So we have 2 new outfits for Gustav. Do we buy them now or wait and get the weapons? I think we wait and get the weapons and come back and get them later. Actually, no, screw it. Screw it, let's just get these now. So, I think now is a crying moment, my friends. Now is a moment where sadness happens. Because now we take off this beautiful, 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 beautiful suit. And put on this instead. This... Weird, why isn't this... Hold the phone. Okay, why isn't that working? It literally was working before. Crikey. Oh, whatever. Anyway, we'll put on this stupid attire for a bit. God, it does look daft. Anyway, worry about the rest of this in a bit. He couldn't have done anything with the goal. Amas showing his youth and inexperience. Yeah. I'll admit Amas should have done a lot better on that goal. And you could put the blame on him for it. And maybe it's a bit picking at a healing scab, but I actually think it's a bigger fault of Luke Shaw than it was of Hamas. To be honest, I think Luke Shaw was more at fault than Hamas. Now, is that being mean to Luke Shaw? Maybe. But I genuinely think watching it there, Luke Shaw should have had more coverage of the situation. And it's more his fault than Hamas's fault. Okay, so it's up there. Come on. Okay, well, it looks like there's a way to jump over there. I'm not 100% sure. Look, that's a solution. That's a solution. If we can get fit enough at the salary that Luke Shaw is on, I don't mind us keeping Luke Shaw. Honestly, in my opinion. Somaliville, thank you so much for the raid. What's a crack-a-lackin', my friend? Is all going well? Is the crack a 90? Thank you so much for coming in. What were you streaming yourself? I still need to set up. I had a previous setup for shout-outs and people coming in letting me know what we were doing, but Twitch in its infinite wisdom decided, thankfully, decided to ban the bloody thing, even though it was handy. So I need to figure out a new connection for that, but I haven't set it up yet. But how was your stream, my friend? I'm guessing, was it anything exciting that you were playing? Did it end up being good? Did anything ravishing end up happening that one wouldn't expect? What was the crack with the stream anyways, my friend?
Nice.
I didn't want to say it. I wanted to be nice to him since he ended up raiding me, you know? Can't be mean to the person that raided me, even if it is accurate. Scottish Toffee Sean, thank you so much for the follow. Would you believe it? You've broken my follow record that I had set up. Today is indeed a good day. It's not my fault that your fan base speaks the truth. It's not my fault that you haven't made a vacuum for yourself yet. You know, my audience would never be so mean. I joke, they're all a bunch of arseholes. It's a thick-skinned man's game, this. It's only Ram, he's an arse. I mean, to be fair, everyone is the way I look at it is, everyone is an equal opportunity arse until proven otherwise. But I hope it was a good old stream, my friend. Not too bad. I love that laughing emote, by the way. It's a gorgeous emote. I need to come up with a laughing emote for me. I've accidentally filled mine with a wee bit too much hype and sadness. But to be fair, that's what most people feel when they end up seeing me, so kind of makes sense. Contractions.
Teo, 52nd expedition. Man, I can barely think straight. How can just shot broke my skull? What the fuck kind of friendly fight was that? Oh, I'm bleeding out, but their medic is bloody useless. He just keeps telling me about his bone problems.
Sure, that's what you want to end up seeing, isn't it? If people aren't whinging, then it makes it awfully hard for you to make content out of it. But I'm glad to hear that it was at least something good. It's called speaking, what everybody else was thinking. It's annoyingly loud. They're the only ones that's this loud, weirdly, so they must be shouting. Ooh, okay, so there's the arena. We need to build up some chroma too, by the way, because there's a lot of crap we need to buy, and I screwed up the way we were meant to end up doing this, because I purchased so much shit that I shouldn't have purchased so far. So what type of movie-type game was it? There's a load of those type of VFF games that I'd love to end up doing, because they're just corny horseshit. You get 4 or 5 hours out of them, and the dark picture anthology, you poor bastard. Like, I genuinely don't know what is worse, the dark picture mythology or David Cage's games. Oh crap, this is a boss. Ooh. God, I love the music in this game. After I finish this game, by the way, I'm probably gonna add this soundtrack to my stream soundtrack, because crikey, is this a good soundtrack. Yeah. Have you played any of the David Cage games, like the one with formerly Ellen Page in it? Then obviously you have Heavy Rain, those type of games. Detroit, which is actually the only good one he's ever made.
Ice.
Oh. What am I meant to do here? Rules are simple. One hit, if you deal 999, you win a prize. One hit and the battle is over, make it count. Oh, okay, I don't think I can do this. I kind of need her to get into Virtuoso stance for this to work. And I have no way of getting her into Virtuoso stance without doing a hit. I don't think I can do this. What? How do you... No, I need an explanation as to why Heavy Rain was studied in media. That is not a good story. If it's the same if it's thinking the same way I am, that is not a good story. Detroit isn't a good story either, mind you, but it's a better bloody story than Heavy Rain. Scott Shelby is one of the worst written villains of all time. Sorry if I spoiled a 12-year-old game. Oh, Shutter Island, yeah. To be honest, that's not a particularly good story either. I mean, Shutter Island is good, but if you, it's a good watch once you watch it twice, but like, it isn't a particularly good one. Why do you say Rodrigo is going to get sold? Why would Alonso joining Madrid cause Rodrigo to get sold? I mean, he's definitely someone you should go and try and get if you're at all free to get him, because he's a great player, and if he's being sold, he's someone's gain because he's a fantastic player. But weird that. No, not a bit. Not a fucking bit. Not a chance would they be sold. Be more chance of me winning Miss Universe. But yeah, no, David, Heavy Rain, like, also, like, the one good version of those type of games is being made into a movie and is releasing soon enough, or released Until Dawn, and they butchered the fucker. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, so we need to come back to you. I haven't, Smalley, but I have it purchased and downloaded, and it's a game I want to play on stream soon enough. I just need to decide what I'm going to do first. In my first ever D&D game, I played a Warlock, so I'm semi-tempted to do a Warlock build in Baldur's Gate 3. I just haven't decided yet what I'm going to end up doing yet. I'm just going to play it the way that I am. I know there's multiple endings. I know there's a bad guy ending and a good guy ending and all that. I'll probably be neutral when I end up doing it. This game just caught my attention in the meantime, so I'm just going to end up finishing this first, which means it'll be a number of weeks, potentially, before I get to Baldur's Gate 3. But it is something that will be happening in the future. One of the other things that's going to be happening on this is I'm going to, at some point when I take my finger out of my arse and bother to do it, do a Pro Wrestling Simulator day as well. That's all future Crack's problems. But yes, it looks fantastic, Baldur's Gate 3, I'll admit that now, to be honest. Interesting. I have managed to run around in a big-ass circle and not know what the hell I'm at. But yeah, like how you butcher that story. Like the big problem with Until Dawn was the characters. But that's because some of them were just atrocious. But the actual base story of Until Dawn was a very good idea and a very good story. Why did you butcher it that you literally had to survive Until Dawn is a crock of horseshit and have multiple deaths end up happening in it. Just the change of that game's story is blech, to be honest. Blech. A horrible, horrible decision. Where the fuck am I? Beast. Completely locked. We can't jump over the fucker. We really can't jump over. We really can't jump over. God, for fuck's sake, game. Genuinely, game. Fuck off. Is the spice bag as good as it's made out to be? If you're into spice at all, then yes. It's one of those situations of it's definitely something you should have at some point in your life. Just keep an eye on your own tolerances and abilities because it'll rip your arse asunder if you ain't ready for it. But yeah, spice bag is definitely worth it, my friend. Amount of lemon and lime volic. I guess that's water. Is that what you're on about there? Because I know there's a brand of water that serves specifically lemon and lime. Is that what you're on about there? Scottish. Vinny, Guller, Bellingham. You said Vinny twice. Mbappe, Enric. What one do you see being sold? And remember, Madrid are looking to buy Saliba. None of them. The thing with Madrid is Madrid don't need to sell. That's the thing. Madrid don't need to sell. Madrid have made such an amount of money over the Madrid aren't like Barcelona. They aren't stuck for money. Madrid don't need to sell. So honestly, none of them. There's more chance of them selling someone like Trumini than there is anyone else. But they don't need to sell anyone, so they're not going to sell anyone. He's sound. He's sound, to be honest.
This will be useful.
Coolaboola. So... weird. Okay. Okay, it won't let me jump off. Interesting. Interessante, that. I don't think they'll get Saliba this year. I think they'll want Saliba, and I think they'll get Saliba, but I think they'll get Saliba for free. So I don't know what they're going to do in the meantime. But I don't think they're going to go and get Saliba yet. Interesting. Oh no, it isn't locked. Unfortunately. Oh, the whale skull. Unfortunately, I'm a bit of a masochist. So I support Manchester United. Now, hopefully, we win the final against Tottenham. Could you imagine if we don't? But yeah, I support United. Ooh, interessante. Okay, well that turned, so there's definitely... Interesting. Interesting. There's something else here anyway. Let's look around for it. Oh no, there we go. Aww! Little birthday cake slice, the leaning Eiffel Tower. What are they? Oh my god, I love those emotes. Why do you want Tottenham to win? Don't tell me you're a Tottenham supporter. What did your parents do to you in order for you to end up being that much of a fool? We'll see what ends up happening. It'll be interesting because, I mean, I think Ange has gone the better way about motivating his players, obviously making it seem like it's end-all be-all, and it is end-all be-all to win this particular match. So I like Ange's approach to trying to get everyone to win. But I just think with the injuries they have on the whole lot, I think United are a better team than Tottenham. I think they're getting better connected in the whole lot, so we'll see what ends up happening there. Chicken jockey! I can't do a good Jack Black. Ooh. I don't think it goes that far. I think Ruben is literally setting it up for a loss. I think if we lose, he's trying to protect himself so that he doesn't get sacked. But we'll see. We'll see. Time will tell. Really? There has to be more to this. Nope, my great nan loved Spurs, especially Harry Kane. She passed this year, so hoping she wins. I mean, that's a fair enough reason as any to want them to end up winning. I mean, at least the one benefit is that the Harry Kane curse has been vindicated. He has won a trophy. It just took him going to the most dominant team in all of bloody Germany in order to do it. Which that'll be an interesting thing as well, because they're going to end up spending a lot of money over the they're going to spend a lot of money over the summer as well, considering they have it. So we'll see what ends up happening there. They're not the most dominant team in history. The reason why you need to be careful with Ruben is simply because okay. Okay. Whatever, I'll worry about that later on. It's simply because I think, and I was talking to someone about this, all of the actions that United have been doing over the last wee while scream to the highest of heavens that they're getting ready to sell. That's what all of the actions United are doing. Trimming the staff, getting everything set up. It's trimming down the expenses in order to bring up the value in order to sell. So to me, it seems like Ineos, anyway, can't speak for the Glazers because you can never speak for the fucking Glazers. Ineos seem to be setting it up to sell. So if a new establishment comes in the summer, which will screw absolutely everything to high heavens again, but if a new establishment comes in over the summer, it wouldn't shock me if he ended up getting his marching papers. I also hate that his record is so bad because it's such a not fair stat for his record to be as bad as it is. Because I think everyone understands how crap that team is and how they literally just bottle themselves. But what can you really do? How do you find Scottish supporting Celtic and Everton? Everton is an interesting kettle of fish because everyone that is from Everton screws Everton and goes to Liverpool. Jamie Carragher. And it's not like you have any prime examples of where that ends up happening, Jamie Carragher. Or lying pieces of crap who end up stating that they've been Liverpool supporters for all of their life when they actually were Everton supporters for most of their life, Jamie Carragher. Pretending that they actually ended up, you know, wanting to play for Liverpool when they actually wanted to play for Everton and screwed Everton when they were in their academy in order to do better, Jamie Carragher. And then as a result of that vitriol and the fact that they know that they screwed the club that they ended up supporting, ends up isolating and belittling all of the people that actually went for the childhood club that they supported, Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher. So, you know, I mean, was Anthony Gordon originally an Everton... this isn't to be mean to ye, but was Anthony Gordon originally an Everton fan? I thought he always said that he was a Liverpool supporter, but grew up in Everton and wanted to support them that way. That's why it doesn't shock me if that's why it literally doesn't shock me if Liverpool go for Anthony Gordon this summer. That's the one transfer I can see happening Premier League to Premier League, by the way, other than us dipshits going for Matthias Cunha. I can see Anthony Gordon going from Newcastle over to Liverpool, and I can see Newcastle being twits about it and doing it for cheap. Ooh, the chief is buff.
It wasn't that strong.
Jamie Carragher is actually a scumbag. He only went to Liverpool for money, slating Trent going to Madrid, yet he chose money over playing for the club he supported. There's a bit more context needed to that one now, Skull. I hate the fact that fans... I'll go back up a bit and then I'll come down and I'll answer what you were saying there. He won't get players he wants as they won't sell enough of his fucking 17 is unforgivable. Yes, thing is, you're both right and wrong about that, Duck. A good few of the players that he has can play the position that he has. The main thing he needs is a goalkeeper. And then a couple of wingers and all that. Matthias Cunha will make a massive difference to it, plus a pre-season to actually understand what's going up, and then to know that they're behind him in order to do it. Like, it doesn't make as much of an impact now that he went on loan, but selling Marcus Rashford would end up making a statement. And I'm actually not 100% for selling Rashford. If you could get Rashford playing for United, I'd keep him. And I know that's quite a controversial opinion to end up stating. But it does come down to a point that I understand sticking with your formation and your formation being the thing about it, but you can't get around the fact that you have 6 wins in 23. That's not good enough in the Premier League. So we'll see how they end up doing it. There sees if they fit an ideal system. Yeah, well, the big problem with the system is there are a couple of players that it doesn't seem to fit. It doesn't seem to fit Garnacho. It doesn't seem to fit Menu. Is it worth sacrificing 2 young talents like that in order to continue with the system? Well, you brought him in, so yes. But it's an interesting sacrifice. Do you sell both of them in the meantime? There's the question that needs to be asked as well. So it's just that an awful lot of players don't fit it yet. Will they in the future, though? Well, he doesn't now that the season is done. He needed to when he joined. Duck. Walter Schmidt, Rangers, and Everton, Pog. I actually don't know who Walter Schmidt is. Jimmy, yeah. So, with Carragher's a different kettle of fish. He was with Everton and went to Liverpool for the money. But he didn't do what Trent did. He actually negotiated the best deal that he could for Everton. Now, he's still a scumbag for leaving his childhood club and going to their arch rivals. But he actually did get them a fairly good deal and negotiated a fairly good deal. Yeah, but like the way he left us as well is crazy. Yep. Anthony will get hit if he does. He'll do it though. He'll do it. I honestly see that being one of Liverpool signing Anthony Gordon. I see Liverpool going and signing Anthony Gordon this summer. No, there's not. He said he went to Liverpool or whatever because Liverpool were giving him more money. Funny, think that all the team leaks stopped when Rashford left and Ruben almost said straight away. He said, I mean, I don't know. I'm not making a comment on that. It's not worth making a comment on that. Yeah, but we'll see what ends up happening. There's plenty of good players out there. So we'll see what ends up happening.
We already defeated your ultimate.
Interesting. I mean, we've already looked around. But yeah, tickets to the arena.
Lead the way.
Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. I don't think laziness is what caused it, to be honest. But we'll see what ends up happening with him. Rashford is one of those players that just needs the perfect environment around him in order to do it. He's a prima donna. So, we'll see. If you build the team around Rashford, then it'll end up working grand. But why do you build the team around him is the question. And, do you need to build, is it right to build a team around one player? I don't know. Ooh, Burke big hands, interesting.
Let me help.
They need lots of damage. By the way, I'm not sure what you mean by that, Skull. No. What situation are you on about? Is something happening that I don't know about? Didn't Giggs leave City for United? I don't know about that. Let me check. Because if it's a youth, then that's an entirely different kettle of fish. Youth career, yeah. He left the youth career of City to come to United. Yeah. Benny, thank you so much. Oh, that's beautiful. Maybe that's the name that they'll end up giving the United Stadium, the circus tent, when it ends up happening. Maybe that's what'll end up happening there. How's life treating you anyway, Benikage, my friend? Is all going well? I mean, when it's at youth level, it's entirely different kettle of fish. Like, technically speaking, we've done that with fucking Fletcher's sons. Tyler Fletcher and whatever the other son's name. Both of them were with City, which tells you more about Fletcher than you know. But both of them were with City, and we robbed them. Like Jadon Sancho was a City youth player and all that as well. So you know, the youth team to senior team is an entirely different kettle of fish. You know, you need to get your opportunities somehow, and you go the best way to it. Oscar the Grouch Park. Chelsea get Champions League. They are forced to buy Sancho. So when we played them Friday, we could. So. Thing about that deal is that's not how that deal ends up working. Chelsea are forced to buy Sancho if they get 14th in the Premier League. That's it. Thing is, they can pay money to get out of that deal. So either way, it doesn't really matter. It's a different kettle of... I love that emote. Benny, I love that emote so much. Anyway, how's your Tuesday treating you, my friend? Is the crack of 90 all there? Is all going well? Is there anything exciting happening in your neck of the woods? Giant feet. And was it a good day in work today? Anything exciting happened? I stayed up late last night for the hockey. Ooh. Anything exciting happened within the hockey? It was slow.
Let me help.
I don't know. I've watched very little hockey now, to be honest. But oh crap. All I really know about hockey is that it's a sport where a crap ton of fights end up happening, and that's about it. No, that's false. It's Champions League football. They have to finish above 14th. They have the choice, but if they have to, well, that's the thing. About, technically speaking, you don't have to buy anyone. So we'll see. Either way, I don't particularly care. If we get them back, they still have to pay us money, and we'll just sell them. I don't care. So I don't know. We'll see. But no, I'm never of that opinion. No, you never do that. You never sacrifice a game. Same way as Ange ended up having that situation last year versus Arsenal in order to potentially give Arsenal the league. You never sacrifice a game. It's not worth it. For your culture and the whole lot, it's just not worth it. Jumps down. Okay. God damn it, Craig. Game 5 is tomorrow. If we win, we're through to the next round. Cool. And what does that end up meaning for you, Benny, when you're through to the next round? Does is that into like the semis of the tournament, or is there much after that? What happens after you get into the next round? Is it a multiple game series again, or because I don't know with hockey how it ends up working. It might be an entirely different system where you face the same team multiple times and then it ends up changing. How does it end up working? Damn it. Oh, I mean, we should. Oh, no, don't get me wrong. We should go weak against Chelsea, but that doesn't mean we go with the idea of letting Chelsea win so that they keep Sancho. That's my point. My point is, whatever about anything else, we still go strong enough to try and beat Chelsea, you know? We don't care if we get the result. You play your youth, but you play to win. You don't play with the idea that you're going to give Chelsea the win, because screw every element of that. You know, if you get my point. Yeah. Like, I understand Ange's viewpoint, and you do need to instill that culture in there, but Ange is a fool. If he plays more than 6 of the starting crew in for the 6 of his final players in his next game, he's a fool. Genuinely. But we'll see what Ange does. Ange is an anomaly wrapped in an enigma. It's hard to bloody know what the hell Ange is. Like, Ange is setting up like a man who wants to get fired in some of his games.
Second wave.
God damn it. I cannot time this at all. Now, the one good thing for us when it comes down to the way Ange has been playing in the whole lot is over the weekend there, Kulusevski got injured as well, and there's a good chance he won't be back in time for the final either. So we'll see what ends up happening there. But I'm interested to see what ends up happening. Ooh. Oh! Oh! Look at who it is!
Wait, that's...
See how?
What? How?
Nice! We're getting a party member.
You're alive! I thought I was the only one left. I knew you were resourceful. How did you get here?
Aww. Go down and fight ourselves.
They're expecting a bit of a show. Shall we?
Oh, Benny, let us know. What game did you end up buying? Oh, what is that weapon? Oh, that's awesome. What is that weapon? Oh my god, that's cool. My god, that's cool. Okay. I mean this with all the love in the world, Benny. I am not good at acronyms, and I ain't searching that shit up. What the fuck is that game?
Let me help.
I mean that with all the love in the world. Crude marketing call. Out of the park baseball. Yeah, baseball. For the
Take him down.
Shit. Shit. Yes, I know I'm shit. Shut up. Oh no, it's not gonna let us. Oh, it's not gonna let us fight it again. It must expect you. It must expect you to lose this. Oh Christ. Okay. Do that.
Just felt like beating old people.
So it wasn't so bad.
Am I one of those old people?
One day, I hope. Hey, how'd you end up here?
Oh, after the beach, I ended up in an odd yellow forest, not too far from here. Had to dodge a few nevrons, but luckily I met a gestural who guided me here.
Damn it! I think I have to
What about
redo.
you?
It's bad that I lost this.
Well, I woke up next to a waterfall and...
We can talk later. Let's get back to Goldgrass.
You vicious
no time
bastard.
to lose.
Oh. Do you wish to play only accessible? Yeah, I mean, yes. Still, I'm really annoyed. I know it said you only get one go at this particular fight, but still. Her dodge time is a wee bit different as well. Anyway, let's have a look. Ooh, crap. Okay, there. Anyway. This is like when I went to college and people were like, ooh, what university? And I said, California University of Pennsylvania. And people go, where is that? I tell them, California, Pennsylvania. Oh, yeah. That is funny, to be honest. Back on my 22 Irish Bill National save. How are you doing on that, by the way, Duck? You were doing well the last time. What are you doing for your director of football save, Skull? And how are you finding what are the previous words? What was the previous did this drop? No. Okay. What were the previous baseball games like? Can apply foretell on enemies, 10 per enemy. Skills apply foretell, generate sun charges. Skills consume foretell, generate moon charges. Oh, I'm not gonna like this at all, am I? Starting skills with focused foretell and twilight sash. Applies 5 foretell, generates 1 sun. Start by using that against stun charge. Okay.
Try me.
Okay, my timing is shite. I don't know, I haven't played baseball games since like 2K18 or 19. Fair enough. Fair enough. Assumes all, generates 1 moon charge. Applies 5 foretell to the target. Twilight Slash gives her 5 AP back. Weird. I don't know, am I? I mean, was the guy that you met at Old Trafford a handsome old show and show? 16 years. Wow. Back when 2K was back at that. Noish. Noish, noish, noish. And have you played any of it yet, Benny? Or is it just that you've bought it and you're waiting? Right. Well, let me know how it ends up going. Ooh. Start of her turn, if she has both charges, she can choose them to enter Twilight. During Twilight, double foretell, maximize the maximum amount per that is that. Depletes. It's way too much information. Had to wait till I was done work, which was 20 minutes ago. I might stream commentate it. Not a bad idea, my friend. I'd love to end up joining your stream, but I'm at this for the next wee bit, so time shall tell. Bear with me one moment now. I'll be back in one moment, guys. I just need to go and get something really, really quick. So just bear with me now. Crikey, crikey, crikey. Bula bula. That's that sorted there. Sorry, just had one or two things I needed to really quickly do. Still really annoyed I lost to her. But what can you do? Anyway, we have 3 aim shots consume sun charge to apply 5 foretell. And consume moon to do... Okay, interesting. That's interesting. Gonna take a while to get used to her. Anyway. Was you the guy that put his bag? Yeah, because they just took forever to get the fucking bag into it. God, the stuff I could talk about from the for that pain in the arse. Anyway, what can you really do? It's just me. This is going to be me being a whinge bag if I start talking about it now. Or that, anyway. Coola boola. And now we can end up talking to this, get the password. Of course it is.
Very gestural-ish.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Ooh. Should you provoke her into a deal? That I'm... Oh, okay, yeah, no, this is a boss that you shouldn't end up going up against yet. Fair enough. Jeweler after Act 2. Fair enough, so we're leaving her alone for now. Anyway. Let's continue to go around for a bit. Because we missed some stuff, because of course I did.
What have we here?
It'll be really interesting to get to play a bit with her and see what she's actually like. Ooh, actually, while we're at it too. Stairsill. What do we have? So we have the Expedition, which is what she's wearing now. The Grimage, which is that. And then her flower suit, which is that. Yeah, we'll give her the flower suit for a bit. Anyways, that's all a bit of crack. Let's continue on now for a bit. The Gestural Bazaar is there. That's the way out. The arena is down this way. I don't think there's any more fights we can do in the arena, but we shall see. Down we go now. It says this is the way to the arena. I don't think there's anything else, but we'll see. I would like to get more. If there is more arena fights, I'd happily end up doing. This room must say you're entertaining than I thought. No. So there isn't any more fights. The arena is just done, much to my chagrin. So there was another area that we ended up seeing that I didn't do anything with, so we don't have it. We don't have it for you yet. We'll come back to you later on. And then down here, we have that. Those two training. You must nest venture here. You must not. I'm guessing that's meant to mean you must not venture here. This is the area that I was checking. What is this? As I avoided this because I didn't know what it was. Is my audio work? It is, yes. Ooh. Interesting. Nice beat. Ooh, nice. Let's say that every time I hit, I have a 50% chance of dealing 100% more damage. What are my chances of dealing more damage in the long run? Let's... Hold on. Let's say every time I hit, I have a 50% chance of dealing 100% more damage. What are my chances of dealing more damage in the long run? I mean, it should be the same chance, right? I think it's the same chance. Or is it higher? Okay. Just say I don't care, so. Okay, it doesn't matter. It makes these work really. Fair enough. Every hit has a 50% chance to deal. Oi! Oh, like, who the Christ? I won't be using that for long. Oh my god. Crikey, that's something. I'll tell you, that's something. Wow. Okay. Can we climb? Seems like something you should be able to climb. Life of fighting. Interesting. This isn't the side where your man was looking up into the sky at something. It's like this was the side where we seen the thing where he was whinging about his thing being up in the air, which is that there. So we need to find a way to try and get that down. So there is... So that there is what he wants to get. There has to be a way to get that down. No, my pate. Someone please help it down. So there has to be a way to get that down. It's just a matter of how do we get to it. By right, you should be able to jump from the top of this. But how do we get to the top of that? Definitely should be a way up here. Now. Coming through here. Doesn't appear to be a way up there. So, coming over here. Doesn't appear to be a way up there. There's more. There's more. The way up there. Here we go! So, what's this? Yeah, two arguing. Fair enough. Let's go up and get whatever the hell this is. Okay. Up we go. To here. And now comes a bit of a platforming challenge. So we come to here, and then we swing over to this bit. Coola boola, coola boola, coola boola. And now we have a climbing challenge, because what would these games be without a climbing challenge? Ah. I actually didn't think it was an actual... Oh, you earned yourself a trip to the arena. Oh, we accidentally screwed the little gestural. We accidentally screwed the little gestural. That's genuine. That's genuinely hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. We screwed the little gestural. That might be the best thing I've seen come out of this game so far. Screwing the gestural. Okay, so now before we go into... Ooh, okay, we can go up here. God, it's dense. Interesting. Come on. I love these type of buildings. They make no sense whatsoever, but I love these type of buildings. It's probably one of my favorite things in one of the Genshin Impact maps of an area that's kind of like this. Back when I played that complete and utter shite game. Really, you can't jump over. Oh, that's a joke. You should be able to jump over. You definitely should be able to jump over there. You definitely should be able to jump over there. Fair enough, game. Fair enough. I'll let you away with your horseshit. Fair enough. This is the type of area where a map would be bloody wonderful. So that you know what you missed and you're able to see where you're missing or what you're doing, or because it is a bit of a maze when you end up missing something akin to what I just missed there. Anyway, I think that's enough for now. We've gone up there. There doesn't seem to be a walkway up the other way. So we can leave now and go to some of the other areas. Build up enough chroma, come back here and buy the crap that we weren't able to buy currently because we didn't have the monetary compensation to do so. And then learn how to use our new character a wee bit better. Now. Now. Let's see. You're getting her now. She has 45 of these available to use. So I think... put up her health a bit anyway, because it's always nice to have a bit of that. Wee bit of strength. Good bit of agility to make her faster, because it's always good in turn-based games to be faster. Then put up the crit rate. And then... Yeah. Do that. Yeah, I think that's enough. Now, as for her skills, this'll be interesting. What bloody skills does she have? Okay. Deals high target dark damage with 1 hit. Consumes all foretell and does break damage. Just the fact that that does break damage is useful, so we'll get her that anyway. Low damage, dark damage, consumes all foretell to deal extra damage. I haven't a goddamn clue if that's any good. What? What did I do there? Back to her, go back to her. Okay. Yes, so go with that anyways. Any move that ends up doing loads of hits is probably good. Sealed Faith. And this does heal to all. Ooh, heal. Yeah. We'll go and get that. You have Dark Wave there. Final Path. Scaring Bond. Firing Shadow. Fortune's Fury. Our Sacrifice. Plentiful Harvest. Interest. Oh, I didn't even notice we could go over there. Yeah. What I get for being a tit. Ah, screw it. I'm not using a recoat. We'll go with what we have. That's what I get for being a tit and not reading the goddamn the map properly. The skill tree. Anyways. Let's see how things end up going here. Ooh. Straight back at camp. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Also, I'm done with this outfit. I know it's interesting for a change, but screw it, it's horrible. Back to my gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous suit. And we'll give it back to grey. Well, she is. I'm not. I'm just not. Like, I know it's interesting, but I'm just not.
Can't believe it. I lost hope after a while, but you all survived.
What was your plan if we hadn't? Be a gestural champion until your gamage?
Well, it was a lot of fun, so yeah.
I mean, if it works for you.
I'm quite obsessed with your arm. Your apprentices would be extremely proud knowing a gestural loves their work.
Yeah, they'd be insanely excited.
Well, they did a great job designing your arm. It was quite a creative assignment you gave them.
Yep. Anyway, we'll go around to some of the areas after this and see what ends up happening now.
Yeah, it's not lemonade.
Okay, where's Marielle? Where's Marielle? So we have... I don't know how to pronounce her, by the way. Cercel, or Sequel. Where's Marielle? This seems to be where we sit down in order to do our notes. Come in here. Might as well look. We do have stuff to upgrade anyway. Polished. What is happening here? Crikey game. She's not here. Where's my L? Oh, there she is. I was wondering.
Maybe you should stay.
What?
It's safer in the village.
Missed the chance to meet SPA?
My hair.
I'm okay.
Papa Gustav being worried. Oh, isn't it wonderful to see a man being worried about his friend? Oh. It's kind of hinted at that these two had a former connection, so interesting. See them talking again.
You okay? You've been quiet since we left the village.
Yeah, sorry. Just bad memories.
Wanna talk about it?
No.
No.
I'm glad you're here.
I would never abandon a member of Aquafarm 3.
Aquafarm 3.
Aquafarm 3.
That was so long ago. You and Sophie were
I love these type
inseparable
of
on that
interactions, to be
project.
honest. They're just so
Yeah,
unique and
they were.
interesting. It's beautiful.
That was a good project.
I mean,
I've had so
bad
many
isn't the
points
way
at
I'd
once.
put it, Benny. It wasn't bad.
Nostalgic
Like,
thinking back.
it was
We were
disappointing,
making a
but
difference.
it was worth
Hey, you're
experiencing.
still making a difference.
Yes.
Like, it was
course.
definitely worth experiencing, and I'd love to go over again with more knowledge of what ended up happening. I had put myself in a bad mood before I went over. Now, after the fact that one of the people that I ended up meeting over there ended up pointing it out to me, that I was being a twit. Anyway, the game was on Saturday and was changed because of our progression into the Europa League. So it's not that I was going completely bonkers. It's that the game did end up getting changed. But because of that change, things were a wee bit tight, and I was annoyed at the expense it was costing me to get home anyway. So I was annoyed going over. Then, because they didn't explain it to me properly, I missed the actual start of the match because I needed to get my bag checked in and an 8-minute away from where we were sitting. So that ended up adding and truncating to everything about it. The night beforehand wasn't great because I tried asking in Manchester where to go to, and that didn't help. And, you know, it was just one of those situations of you see a lot of people there and it made me a wee bit down and dusted. I will go back at some point in time again. Maybe to a game earlier in the season because it'll make a difference. Well, the next time I go over, I'll be better in the bloody place that I picked. Like, one of the things I should have done... you can see on there. Maybe. One of the things I should have done when I was over there was I was on booking.com and noticed there was a spot for 40 sterling that I could have picked. And it was closer to the town centre and a whole lot. Me purchasing that spot would have put me in a better mood, even though I had an accommodation already purchased. It was just too far out of the town, and my dopey ass didn't check the distances properly. And that's when I booked it, it said it was close to Old Trafford, but it wasn't. So, you know, that was my dipshit move. Kinda, yeah. I mean, it probably is. But the big problem is, and another annoyance in my point of view, is when I was in Thailand, when you used Bolt or you used any of those apps in order to get from point A to point B, I could end up going 1 hour in that taxi and it would cost me £4. A 10-minute drive almost cost 20 sterling, not euro. And that just... Now that's me being a cheap asshole. And that's why I was kind of eating myself when it came down to it. And me being an idiot in that vein because of it. But, you know, it's not like there wasn't goodness to it as well. It was great seats. I will say, Old Trafford is a lot smaller than I thought it would be. Like, it doesn't feel like a 70,000 seat arena. Skull, I'm willing to listen to anything, so tell us away if you want. Do you want to tell us the news more than do I want to know it? I don't believe that, because when you look at the pre-sales, it says that he's going to be at it. So I don't actually believe that he's not going to be in Dublin. Because it says he's going to be in Dublin on all of the promotional material. But we'll see. Like, WWE released the press release stating for it that he's going to be there. So I don't know. I don't care either way. I'm still going to the show, but I don't believe it. They stated that he's going to be there. So what makes you think that he won't be? Because it says that he's going. It says WWE is making a return, and that Cena is meant to be part of the show. So I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I don't care. I'm going to the first live broadcast show in Ireland. Random change of gears, but go on, explain it to us, Benny. What's the random change of gears? Baseball used to be absolutely fucking rude. To be fair, most American sports used to be absolutely ruthless. Not just baseball. It's just there's been more stories and a whole lot about how ruthless baseball was.
Those who come after.
We find out the price of the tickets tomorrow. The pre-sale is tomorrow, Skull. 10 a.m. tomorrow. I'll be buying them under the pre-sale. It wouldn't shock me if they're 200 quid a ticket, yeah.
I can't believe it. We're gonna meet the Esquier.
The Gestrels and Esquier. The tales are true.
Do you feel something?
Ooh. What is this? Ooh. That's cool. I'll answer your question in a second, Skull. This is just interesting.
Who are you?
That looks awesome. Black and white of it in the whole lot. That looks awesome.
Alicia.
Ooh.
I want you to stay home. It's not good for you to see this.
He reminds me of a character from Trails of Cold Steel. I can't remember the name of the main character's biological father, but he reminds me of him.
It's her fault, and she doesn't even know it. But you can't be here.
What are you talking about? What's my fault? What is this?
You should never have come. You're only going to make things worse for everyone. Now take your friends.
Oh, cool.
And go home. Let them spend their final year in peace. This is your only warning.
That is cool as hell.
I can't wait to see.
Well,
That is really, really cool.
Hey.
Same. I saw him. The white-haired man and this woman.
Where? What are you talking about?
Mael, breathe. Slow down. What did you see? Think carefully. Every detail could be important.
He said we need to go home and that it's my fault.
Don't worry, Benny, I will do. I'll go back to all of them in a second after this. This is really cool.
Everyone.
Also, I love this voice acting. I don't think this game has had a bad voice actor yet.
I couldn't. It was like a waking nightmare.
It's okay.
What else? You said there was a woman.
No, maybe later.
She had a mask and...
I know this is hard, but I need you to focus, okay? While the details are fresh.
Luna, ask her tomorrow. Hey, breathe. Listen to me. You're safe. Do you understand? Okay?
With these glasses on, I've managed to make him look a bit like Matt Murdock. God, really love Gustav's voice actor. Whoever these voice actors are, if they aren't prominent in the industry, they bloody need to be. Okay, so that seems to be that there. So, up until the 70s, baseball didn't use playoffs. You had to finish as the best team in either the NL or the AL to make the World Series. The World Series was the only playoffs there were. Interesting. Skull, I do actually think it's going to sell out straight away. I think it'll sell out in about half an hour. Because there's an awful lot of people that want those tickets. The new green top guy, he was in the audience for Backlash. He was just in the second row. He just wasn't on the front row. And he's sometimes in between the second and the third row. So people are just overblowing that one. So there's no need for a new one. Then playoffs got introduced. You only got in by winning the division. The Yankees, for example, won their division on 103 games, 103-59. It meant the Baltimore Orioles, who had a 100-62 record, didn't get into the playoffs. Imagine winning 100 games and you didn't make the playoffs. Imagine being in the championship and not winning the championship with 100 points, and that's happened as well. So I understand the pain of that. It wasn't until the 90s expansion that the wild card spot was given. But even then, you either won your division or finished as the next best not to. Only 8 playoffs out of 30 teams. That's interesting. It is a bit strict, but very, very interesting. I know he was, but find it funny how everyone where he was he. But it's mad he spends... At this point now, you have to think WWE knows that he goes to it, and that they give him something towards it. He has to be given something now, unless they're just assholes and aren't arsed, because they really should at this point in time, since he's such a prominent fan. When you have something like that, why aren't you? Oh yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He should get assistance of some description, because he is a part of it, and everyone loves to see him. Like the fact that he went out of his way to go over to Puerto Rico for Backlash back when that ended up happening is a showcase of his respect for the game, and they should end up giving him some respect in kind, in my opinion. Oh, so you're only allowed 3. Oh, okay, you're only allowed 3. Interesting. I didn't know you were only allowed 3 party members. That's...
Let us stay now.
I don't know if I replace any of these. We have good synergy with each other. I don't know if I replace any of these for Skrull. Or however you pronounce her name. I don't even know how to. It didn't explain how to. We'll see. I don't know if they're willing to do that now. It'd be nice to think that they would be, to be honest.
This was weak.
Santiago? Who do you mean by Santiago? Okay, so how do I set up... Ah, okay, so you need to remove one from the party and do that. So if we remove Lune, we can put her on. Okay. Interesting. Oh, you mean Santino. Santino Marella! I mean, he's doing an okay job in TNA, and I honestly am not that big of a fan of those type of comedy characters. So it's not for me, if I'm honest. It's not for me, that type of gimmick. I would prefer a Damien Mizdow over a Santino Marella, now myself. But that's me. That's 100% me, and I understand where people would feel different to that. But that would be my cup of tea. I prefer a Santino Marella or not Santino Marella, Damien Mizdow to a Santino Marella myself. But the astonishing thing about Santino is he's Canadian by trade, and obviously he ended up debuting in Italy, so they brought him over to Italy and done that and the whole lot. When he was trained, I can't remember who he was trained by, so my apologies for not giving the full information of this. But he was considered damn near a prodigy when he was being trained. Everyone thought he was really good in the ring. Everyone thought he had really good movements. Only problem with him was he wasn't tall. Now, with that being said, for what Santino ended up doing, Santino was paid a crap ton of money for what he ended up doing and became ultra successful as a result of it as well. I am of the opinion, and this is quite controversial opinion, that, and I know you'd take the championship off of him straight away, and I don't know if you know what I'm going to end up bringing up here. I would have had Santino Marella win the Elimination Chamber back in that year when he was the final two there, win the WWE Championship, and have him lose it the next night on Raw. I would have had him do it as the perfect showcase that anything can happen in the Elimination Chamber. It's why I like that Miles Bourne won the this is interesting. While Miles Bourne won the contendership battle royale on NXT. Once in a while, you need to have a shocking result in order to make it seem like anything can end up happening. Now, to be fair to the Elimination Chamber, that ended up happening with Edge when he ended up going into 2 Elimination Chambers, losing the championship, and then doing it again. So they've had a couple of those shocks. But I would have loved to have seen Santino end up winning there. Oh yeah, there's no way. There's no way they don't. That man irradiates charisma. Will he be successful in WWE? Who knows, but he irradiates charisma. Oh, fun. We have a platforming challenge. This is going to be fun. This sounds kind of like a remix of Nightmare Before Christmas. Is that the movie? You know, with Jack Skellington. It has shades of that. This is not going to be fun. This might be one where you're better with the controller. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. I mean, it depends on how many matches Cena's having, but I don't see why you'd do it, to be honest. AK, my good friend, what's a crack-a-lackin' with you? How is your Tuesday treating you? It has been some time. Is all going well? Has life been treating you good? Any news with you, my friend? It's a pleasure to have you back in. No! I'm gonna hate this challenge so fucking much. I might actually convert over to the key to the controller for this. Oh no, 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 no. Congratulations on that. Have you started already, or is it a near start in the future? I'm so happy to hear that you got it. It's awesome to hear when people end up getting... Not too bad. Still, just the knowledge that you have that it's semi in the bag is awesome. So hopefully the exams end up going great for you now, and you end up sealing the deal, my friend. It's an absolute pleasure to hear that you got it. No. So go on, give us some news, Jock. Expand a bit upon it. What's going well about it? Are you still with Shamrock Rovers in that safe? Are you still developing Irish talent throughout the wazoo in order to build the national team? What type of formation are you playing with them? What year are you in? Give us the expansion of the information. And the same to yourself, AK. When do you have your exams? Is it a soon situation? Let us know if you want. Obviously, you can. Oh, this is gonna give me a headache. Christ. That's gonna give me a headache. This is gonna take a while, ladies and gentlemen. And the Technicolor rainbow in between. It would help if you fucking jumped, crack! Maybe be in the vicinity of the drop. What the? Why do you have 9? Well, yeah, I suppose. Good luck with them, my friend. God, why am I skidding off the bloody... Come on, Christ game. Oh, that's a... For anyone that has WWE 2K25, by the way, the DLCs are coming out soon enough, and there's a rumor that that one of the DLCs, because like they've announced that they have special guests within the DLC that will only be announced when the DLC is released, that it's going to be Joe Hendry as one of the surprises, which pretty much mean that he signed a WWE contract, but we'll see. Won 27 league titles in a row, 5 trophies already this season, 2 more to play for. What trophies are they now, Duck? Because there's 7 trophies that you can get in a season. Is that Sorry, I became Donald Duck. Top of the UCL group, getting national leagues. I only need 2 BCs or something like that. Not too bad. Well, good luck with it anyway, my friend. Good luck with it anyway. Oh, come on. That is pissing me off now. I jumped onto the thing. That's jank as hell. That's genuinely just jank as hell. Why am I missing it? I'm literally landing on it. Which cutscene is it that you missed, Benny? I can update you on what it was if you give two ends of a dog's bollocks about it. Christ almighty. Oh, fun. I figured you didn't, Benny. Ah, okay. I just found it interesting. It is... The baseball situation is a bit... much. It is very cutthroat and very... what's the word I'm looking for? Harsh on the teams. But I suppose it keeps it exciting for all of you. Again, I know very, very little about baseball, so I'm sure there have been a ton of surprises throughout the years with baseball that have caused it to be a wee bit more interesting, but I just don't know it. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, where do I go now? Okay, here. I think my world's crashing a bit. Mets collapsed. Yeah. So, I know there's been a couple of movies made about baseball and the process of getting newbies and stuff like that. But interesting. In 2007, the New York Mets collapse referred to the team dynamics downfall. In the final weeks of the regular season, where they lost 7-game league in the National League South with 17 games remaining, ultimately missing the playoffs. The Mets lost 12 of their last 17 games, including a crushing loss. Final game of the season. I'm guessing that got the coach sacked. Yeah. Did the coach end up getting a job after that in baseball, or was that just the end of his career? Because it sounds like a situation that would just be the end of your career. Ah, yeah. It does tend to be a case where people fail upwards, doesn't it? Mono, thank you so much for the follow. How's life treating you, my friend? His life is the crack of 90. Is all going good? Okay. If I were a 2-year-old human, at what age would I grammage? We're at 33 at the moment. The grammage takes 1 year off every year that continues to go on. So if you were 2 now, it would be not too bad. Enjoy that, my friend. Going over to on a stop over to Vancouver. Enjoy that. I hope Vancouver treats you well. Yeah, chat you in the future, my friend. God, I'd love to go over to Canada at some point in time. Love to go to Chicago as well, to be honest. And there's Benny screaming, the American turnaround, stating that everything is crap. Irish Prem, First Division B team. Ooh. Irish Cup, FA equivalent, Regional Cup, Charity Shield. What's the B team? First Division with the B team. Which B team was it? No, I meant about Chicago. I wonder in Chicago, by the way, considering the Pope is now from Chicago and Americans love everything being American, will they put up a fucking statue of the Pope? The 64 Folloyd and the Phillies, who needed a win, remaining 10, pennant, lost all 10 of their game. Wow. So, would the Yankees still be considered one of America's biggest football or like sports organizations in America at the moment? Also, we need to do the maths on this in a second. I've been to Edmonton, Calgary, Niagara Falls, and Toronto. Outside of Calgary, amazing places. Why? What was wrong with Calgary? What did you not like about Calgary? As I said, I need to do more traveling. America will be way in the future because I don't have the money for it yet. And depending on what happens in June, mightn't for a while. Anyway, so if you were 2, it's 33 now if you were 2. 3, 32. 4, 31. 5, 30. 6, 29. 7, 28. 8, 27. 9, 26. 10, 25. 11, 24. 12, 23. 13, 22. 14, 21. 15, 20. 16, 19. 17. Yeah, 17. 17 is the only number there that makes sense. It has to be 17. I must have done my math wrong, but it has to be 17. Shamrock B team. Oh, they have a B team? Oh, on FM22 beta it was the reserve in tier 2. Interesting. I might, in the future, especially considering I haven't decided what to do with my FM save yet, I might in the future go back and do an old school FM save. Again, as we've discovered before, I don't have all of the old school FMs, so we'll see what ends up happening there. But I might end up doing that in the future. Anyway, I believe the number 17, based on the math that we ended up doing there. Am I wrong? You arsehole. Yes, yes, if you didn't realize, this is the reason why we done all this. Or other creators like me on other beaches will meet up and brainstorm ideas. I need to go off in peace. So, am I that much of a degenerate? Am I that much of a degenerate to keep them in this? To keep him in that? I mean, yes. And, of course I am. So... yes, and of course I am. But to be honest, I think that's probably the nicest outfit. You finally got to say it, Penny. You've been waiting for that for ages. You finally got to say it. Do I just die, or how do I get back on it? I think you just die. Yeah.
War.
I will say, he runs like he is the Hunchback of Notre Dame on his back. And yes, that apparently is the whole point of this beach. Yeah, they knew what they were at. They definitely knew what they were at. Anyway. That's a nice emote too, the zoom one. Animated emotes are awesome. Like, I have the hype one animated there, so that's good. Well, he does have the weight of the world. That's gorgeous. That's genuinely gorgeous. Feel proud of that joke, Duck. Oh. Did you see too, considering you've brought up the infamous Paimon, did you see too that there's actually a petition being done by Genshin Impact players to get Karina Bovard, or whatever her name is, Karina Bolger, replaced as the voice actor of Paimon. Now, to be fair, there are plenty of people on that bandwagon, like Tectone is heavily hitting that bloody back with a rag. And I don't really blame him, she is a bit of a twit. But, they want, there's a big thing up at the moment about trying to get her replaced with somebody, even AI, as the voice of Paimon. I have to admit, I don't think she does a great job as Paimon, so it wouldn't be the greatest loss in the world to me if she was replaced, but I also don't play that game anymore, so, you know.
Here's your card.
God, my timing is shite. My second highest used one at the moment. I mean, it's a nice, to be fair to Paimon. Like, well, I say nice. It actually isn't. That emote is actually a horrible emote, to be honest. It's actually a dreadful emote. Because if you actually zoom in on the emote and the whole lot, like it's not of particularly good quality. It's a global Twitch emote, by the way, in case anyone on TikTok actually is sticking to listen to me, because I don't know if TikTok's live viewership is actually correct or anything like that. There could be people lurking. The numbers have always been off on TikTok. But like, if you look at it, it's actually really badly pixelated in the whole lot, that Paimon global emote, which is kind of deserving for that stupid character. But yeah. Go on, Benny. I'm always up for new knowledge. I'm always up to expand my horizons. Just know before you do it. Just know before you do it. You will be judged meticulously on whatever you are going to state. So just know that that is a possibility. Ooh. Small Bergadon. Okay, well, we'll be going in there. Well, but wait. I forgot that the edge is still up. So, when you say that's not ideal, Senior Duck, Ducky Poo, the duck of my heart, the quack of my soul, the quackster, Senior Duck, what's not ideal? So, out of the park baseball is partnered with the MBL, and the MBL gives all of the historical data, meaning you can start. Wow, that's awesome. That's genuinely awesome. They should make a bigger deal about that. They should make a much, much bigger deal about that. By the way, this is red because it warns you that you shouldn't go in there, so anything we face in here, we probably die to straight away. Do we go into it? I think not. I think we wait until later. As we've noticed, you can dodge everything in this game, so you can go in there and succeed and get some powerful equipment. But I ain't good at this game. So there is that. But we'll be going into this area here, the small, what the fuck is it called again? The small, Bourgeon, because this seems to be what we need to do. That draw to France means after 4 games, it's Turkey on 1 point, me, Ireland, France, and Wales on 7. That's tight, my friend. Good luck getting through it. I'm after biting me tongue. God, I'm a twit. I've somehow managed to bite me tongue. I don't know how I've managed to do that. I'm after biting me fucking tongue. It's the tip of my tongue too, so it hurts. It hurts doubly. So. Oh God. As will players, so Babe Ruth will appear. Not. Did Babe? Huh. So how long of a career did Babe Ruth have? I know very, 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 very little about Babe Ruth. I've just heard the name. Oh. Is that long in baseball? And like, is baseball like soccer, a sport that has changed with stats? Because like obviously, I think I read a stat somewhere that the average throwing speed is something like 140 kilometers per hour. Was that the case back then? Another one of those weird. Oh, okay. Needs skin. Okay. Oh yeah, we've already got this. Cool. Okay, so we've come back and see him later on. Interessante. Interessante, interessante, interessante. I do need to figure out what that word is in Irish, by the way. It's probably better to say interessante in Irish than it is to say it in the weird-ass way I say it.
Expedition 53, Lilu. Dominique's other injuries are manageable, but she's been in a coma for 2 weeks with no change.
It's pretty good, especially in those years. Baseball is the ultimate stat sport, and not back then. But yeah, the point is, if I start in, I need to be able to prepare for as a prospect in career. I hope we at least attempt to sign, though he will not come. Need more context on that one, Skull. Who are we on about? Imagine if FM had that built in. It's almost like, yeah. Genuinely, if Sports Interactive were smart, they'd go and they'd get Mad Scientist and sign him on.
Everything's fucked up.
And add that to the game, especially as a nice surprise for people with FM26. I think, anyway. Maybe it's a waste of time, but I think that would be a nice little addition. I'm confused now, because they're definitely... Never mind him. We were asked to get something for one of the guys in the village. Where do I go? While you're here, the Caramon quest, which is this one. Where to find the blue mushrooms. Upon entering that, you may find that. Only there. It's a side quest in this guide. We'll do that. Where to find the quest giver is him. Fair enough. Head to that. There. You'll need to find blue mushrooms to help resource that. Can be found in... Okay. Fine. Fair enough. I needed to search that up because I wouldn't have meant to say... I would have thought it would have been something else. Jonathan Tah, his contract's up. I hope we go in for him, but Madrid and Bayern all going for him. That's why I think... That's why I think Madrid won't go for Saliba this year. But we'll see. The big thing with Jonathan Tah is he's 30. Now, is that a problem? To me, no. To me, it's not. But if you believe the Glazer Ineos situation that they don't want to sign anyone over the age of 25, then we're not going to even look at the fucker. Now, I would sign him in a heartbeat for United and put him on still an extortionate wage for someone, but put him on 120. You know? And if he does one season as a good replacement for Victor Lindelof, Bob's your uncle happy out he's done his job until you find another good young defender. But that's what I would do. Is that the right move? Heaven forbid, I haven't a clue. Let me know what you think. They do have data on old dead players. Some old dead players, not all the time. Because on FM19, I had a regen who was dubbed the next John Charles, who was Welsh CB striker in the 60s. Yeah. If I was United, I would give him a bigger wage due to getting him for free. But that's the problem with United. United's wage structure is so fucked that people are playing for the money, not for the team. So you kind of do need to roll it back a bit. But yeah, we'll see. I don't think, well, we'll see. We'll see. I don't think he's worth 200,000 a year or a week. But again, to each their own. It depends on what you. It depends on an awful lot of whether or not you think he's worth it. I don't. Give me a second. Sorry. Ooh, actually, yeah, forgot about that. So we'll leave here again for a second. Chance call the Alabaster Bay. Level this up. Where do you go for it? So it's where? Just sitting there. Alabaster is there. Okay. Am I just blind or? The redwood. Okay, so we need to get to that. Where's that? Okay. I mean, I mean, of course Casemiro is staying. He's on 350,000 quid a year, or a week, unless Saudi Arabia comes in for him. There's no way he's leaving. Why would he? He gets paid too much money. Why would he leave? He has no reason to leave. We're stuck with Casemiro, which is why it's beautiful that he's actually started performing, because we're stuck with him for another year. Now, I don't think it's bad to be stuck with Casemiro. One of the things, and I've said this before, and I know you don't agree with me, one of the things I think is lacking in the United team is leadership. And if Casemiro is actually able to bring some leadership quality to the team, Bob's your uncle happy out, good we are. Rashford will probably end up getting sold, mainly because he wants to be sold. So if a player wants it, it'll help in order to get it. So we'll see what ends up happening there. Sancho... It's another situation of who would buy him. Sancho is on 250,000 quid. So who's going to buy him? Is the big Sancho question. It's recommended I go in here. Fine. So Rashford will take a pay cut because he wants to get back into the English squad. Does Sancho have that drive to get back into the England squad? So like, it depends on if Sancho wants to get back into the England squad. If he wants to get back into the England squad, Sancho will leave. If he doesn't, then we just need to hope that Chelsea keep him. For Rashford, Rashford wants to get back into the English squad. He will leave. Casemiro, we're going to end up keeping. I think we're going to try and sell... Okay. We're going to try and sell... I'll talk in 1 second, sorry. Yeah. We're going to try and sell Malacia. Will we get Malacia out the door? Meh. I think Maguire will sign another contract but take a massive pay cut. Why would he? Genuinely, Skull, why would he? Genuinely, why would he? He can leave and go to Saudi Arabia for a crap ton of money. He can leave and go to Italy and get the same wages that he's on now, or close to it. Genuinely, why would he? Sancho probably, if we were forced to take him back, could end up being on loan. Go on, Benny. What's your all right about? Give us some decent truths. No, 150%. I got mixed there on your no and 150% duck if you want to expand. I need you to pick a team for me, since I can't and you know nothing about baseball. I'm only going to tell you names. Then tell me the names, Benny, and I shall let you know. Just remember, when you end up streaming this, I want praise. I want praise. I want you to tell the world that I was the individual that... Ooh, what's this? Ah! Also, why did I go into this fight without Luna? Why did I go into this fight without Luna? I went into this fight without the person that could fucking heal them. This was a very stupid move. This was a very, very stupid move, Crack. You went into this move without the asshole that heals. Okay, he one-shots. Interesting. He one-shots. Interesting. Send in the reserve team. It's one fucking person. Oh. Pirates, Tampa Bay Rays. The no is for Sancho. Have the drive. Okay. The Boston Red Sox. I know about them, but I don't know much about them. The Cleveland Forest Cities. The Chicago White Sox. They have white in their name. They're racist. So no. That's a horrible joke. Sorry. The Fort Wayne Canucks. The Philadelphia Athletics, the Washington Olympics, the New York Mutuals, the Rock Forest City, the Troy Haymakers. The ones with that are franchises that still exist today, so I would prefer to avoid them. I like the idea of the Troy Haymakers. Because you know, you're boxing your way back into you're boxing your way back into greatness. God, I hate doing this, but this is the best team for this. Now, literally, it's for that joke. Literally, it's for that joke. That's the reason why I went with the Troy Haymakers, because you're boxing your way back into greatness. So that's the only reason to do it, because of that really, really stupid and bad joke.
A storm is coming.
Does a lot of damage. Christ.
Let me help.
He one-shots us, so interesting. He one-shots us if he hits us. And to be fair, it's not the hardest move to dodge. No, it shouldn't be the hardest move to dodge. I'm just infinitesimally shit at this game. I repeat my previous statement. I look at the chats in 1 second. I should have looked before I revived Gustave. This fucker's 3 attacks! Okay, boom, boom. There we go. I do wish that he was burned, though. Okay. The franchise started in 1871. IRL defaulted in 1872 with bankruptcy. So this will be interesting. Do they have the same financial capabilities within the game where you're starting there? Or do you actually sound a wee bit, or do you actually have some sound financial start off? Like, are you fighting bankruptcy? Has the game set them up that way? Plus, it sounds like a hillbilly to me. God, duck your arse. Oh, so what? Does that mean that 20 pence is worth the entire world in a handbasket?
Let the ink flow. A brilliant light. You don't get to die yet.
Yeah, back in the days before corporate greed was as bad as it was. I love when people turn around and say that we become soft on corporate greed. I mean, we kind of have, but like everything has always been a bit much. But we'll see what ends up happening. I don't know. But at some point, something has to break, and we have to end up going back to some elements of normality, I think. I don't know, Duck. I think there is a route back for Sancho. There's always a route back. I just don't know if it would work. Okay. Holy crap. In what? Okay, fair enough for your bank balance. But holy, like, that's millions in that time period, isn't it? That's in the 1800s, that's millions in debt, isn't it? Like in equivalence, obviously. Like you'd almost want to join the mafia in order to get that money back, wouldn't you?
Ready to evade.
Like that's a bonker stat.
Brace yourselves.
Okay, that timing is 53. Oh, okay, well that's not. I was gonna say that's not that bad, but it is still bad for that time. Like, still, that's an extortionate wage.
For those who come after.
Let's spill some ink.
As a wrestling fan, I love bringing up this point, even though it means nothing and no one gives a crap. Did you know that one of the first professional wrestlers of all time was Abraham Lincoln?
Stop, don't die.
I love that incredibly stupid fact. God, that was tight. That one is far easier to parry. That one is far easier to parry than the other one.
Ready to evade.
In fact, I'm half tempted on this one, on the other one to, with Lune, it's annoying for Lune to fall, because when Lune falls, my auto reviver is gone.
Time to hit big.
I should hit big, but we'll do this first.
Not leaving you behind.
Oh yes, I am. 100% I am. But at the same point in time, why not? I searched up a guy there and it recommends you actually do it, which is funny. But screw it, we'll do it anyway. It's just one of those situations where I have to get good scrub.
Brace yourselves.
Like honestly, these aren't hard tells. This one is. But like in general, these attacks aren't hard tells. Compared to some of the other mons that I faced off against, the other mons have some really hard tells. Like, most of these are piss easy to end up doing, to be honest. Also, I completely missed that joke, Duck. What's the context of Vampire Hunt? Apologies for my incredible naivete in the jokes that I've led to somehow come into fruition. Just fucking break the prick. Just break the prick. Also, we'll slow you down, because screw it. You having 3 attacks is a pain in the arse. Why are we stats? Why are you not burned?
Blades. On me. Please survive.
Oh, yeah! Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. Hey, by the way, maybe as an American you know this. Why is there so much media of Abraham Lincoln being a vampire hunter? What is that about? Why is that a thing? Because I've seen that a lot. Abraham Lincoln, vampire hunter. It just seems really odd.
Let me flow. Ready to evade.
It's Luna. Okay. Yeah, that's my fault for the fucking notification annoying me. I mean, I know that's the obvious answer, but there has to be more to it than that. Like, there has to be some literature or something that states that he was interested in vampires or the occult or some blah, 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 blah. Like, there has to be more to it than that.
Sorry, I failed. Get ready.
Almost a no, Duck. No. We are not, I'm not letting you away with that horse manure. There's far more weird crap in Japan. Like, the president being a vampire hunter is not near as weird as some of the crap you end up seeing in Japanese media. Though I'm in love with the Japanese weirdness, to be honest. An awful lot of it is astonishingly funny. But, like, it's just, you know, no. Okay, what's the stack again? Son of an Arlian whore.
This will hurt. Precise strike.
I've done nothing! You might be right. This is gonna take forever, my friend.
Ready to carry.
Is it worth this? Is it worth this? We're slowly chipping away at it, but I don't know if it's actually worth it. It says that you get an offensive picto for doing this. I am horribly underleveled for it, but I'm curious if it's worth it. Let me check this. What is it we actually get off of it? If you're brave enough, if you have the patience, you can go through there, you can find it there, however you want to defeat it. There we go. Picture it there, come across it. Weakness, light and dark damage. Okay. So, she is actually really good against it. Outweigh Luna's. If possible. Negatively impacting your damage, increase change by defense. This is recommended to be level 20. For a low cost of 1. Free A. Ooh. Yeah. I recommend that you invest in counter-attack damage. I mean, yes. Actually, that makes a good bit of sense. After defeating first, you get awarded your first offensive picto. First offense is one of them. You can acquire first offense. First hit dealt and taken deals 50% more damage. I mean, is that worth it? Jeez. It probably is worth it. Screw it. This is my first time searching this shit up, so... She's the damage dealer, but we're not really setting her up to do enough damage. And you are able to do more damage. So we'll go with this team and we'll try it for a bit. And if it goes a wee bit faster, then we'll do it. As for your question, yes. I have watched the first 2 seasons of Black Butler, which means, unfortunately for me, when it comes down to Black Butler, my only experience with it includes the anime-only ending. I haven't watched the 3 seasons that have come out since then, the books and the actual stuff that is canonical. I started rewatching Black Butler there recently so that I can get more into it and watch the new series, because it looks like the new animes are actually fairly good. So yes, it's something I'll end up getting into and watching more. Devil Grey Man. Shit. No, you don't mean Devil Grey Man. What does you mean? That's not what you mean. Shit, what's the series again? I've accidentally closed the Twitch. Sorry. Give me a moment. Because I am a... Give me my fucking mouse. Move, you disastrous prick. Oh, whatever. Move to there and do this. I'm guessing... have ever watched D. Grey Man? I'm not 100% sure what show you're on about when you're on about D. Grey Man, Duck. But I've watched Devil Cry Man show, or whatever the fuck it's called. I watched that before. If that's what you're on about. Give me my mouse. Crikey. Also, considering I knew that I should have replaced her weapon. Crack. In fact, there's a lot of stuff I should have done here. So... Actually, there's a lot of stuff I should have done here. So... Please don't... I'm scared. Level 5. I don't... No, I'm just gonna let it kill me. Because I don't want to risk that save is a wee bit too far back. I'm just gonna let it kill me because it's the wrong setup for this.
Ready to evade.
Or maybe not. Yeah, no, fuck it. I'm just gonna let it kill me. Because I want to set up for this properly. So that it goes faster. Okay, good. Does Millennium Earl, Alan Walker, or Akuma ring bells? Well, I've never played the Alan Walker games. Akuma, I never played the Akuma game, if it's the one I'm thinking of. But Akuma, Akuma is the Streets of Fire player, but I think there's a game with a character called Akuma as well, where the game, in order to get the ending of the game, you need to purchase the DLC. If maybe that's different than what you're on about there. Need to give count. So we need to change some of these up. Okay. So we need to be able to do the counter, which is 1 AP on counterattacks. But we want the damage on counterattacks. Useless. Augmented aim, augmented attack. I'm sure we had one that gave us power on counterattacks, didn't we? Didn't we? Or am I just dense? Maybe I'm just dense. I'm sure we had one that had... Defeat it. Augmented counter. Augmented counter. I could have sworn we had augmented counter. Where's augmented counter? Did I miss a picto? Where can you find it? It's earned by defeating the Baragon. Yeah. South of the Stone Waves Cliff on the world map. Is earned by defeating the Baragon on the slope of the southeast. Augmented counter. Yeah, what the fuck? Okay, we need to leave again. Because we need to get augmented counter. I could have sworn I had this. Devil Grey Man is the one that, they're all... Okay, interesting. We need to find augmented counter. Like, as I said, I've redone this, so I'm obviously missing it, but I thought I had that. So that is... Where is that? That image. It's southeast of the Stone Waves Cliff, which is... Stone Waves Cliff is... there. So it should be up there. Now, I've beaten that enemy, so this will take a minute. Sorry, guys. Because I'm a dipshit and hadn't everything done right. Yeah. But yeah. No, those are stuff I need to end up watching more of. I need to get back into a couple of good animes. There hasn't been anything this season that has delighted me enough to bother my arse to end up watching it. I was quite upset with... Ooh. Fuck! I want to buy them. Whatever. We need to get a lot more money. But yeah, there hasn't been any animes that have intrigued me enough this season. I mean, the only one that ended up intriguing me at all was the Country Bumpkin one. Sword Master from a Country Bumpkin area. So this, it was here somewhere. Wasn't Shonen Jump until then. Shonen Jump has fallen off a lot. Right. Stormwave is there. Okay. And then we need to find that it's there, so it should be near enough to something here, right? It says first. Okay, so how am I missing it? Augmented is earned after beating the Baragon down on the slope to the southeast of this. Okay. So on the slope to the southeast. Slope to the southeast. If it continues at this, I'll just search the fucking thing up. This is actually pissing me off. And I know I had this, which is what's more annoying about it. Yeah, okay, fine. So let's look at this image. It's here. Okay. Which means that there's something above it. So it's... Christ. God, I cannot find it at all. It's earned after defeating the Porygon. Optional boss. Yeah, which is... Oh no, okay. Stone Cliffs Portal. Oh, so I don't have access to the goddamn thing. Crack your twit. It's up there. God damn it, you fucking idiot. You know what? Screw it. I wasn't going to do it beforehand, and then I searched up a tutorial, so, we'll try the fight once. If I die to the fight, then I'm going back in and I'm getting, SKA. I'll try it once more, and then we'll end up doing that. You know, the ironic thing is, with this fight, I actually am going to use the, Picto that we get off of it anyway. But, you know, whatever. I will say, ever since the patch, I've noticed a couple of oddities with the game. Anyway, in we go again. And I'll try this once. If we fail it this time, then I'll use the flag, go straight to SQA, and we'll continue on there. It's still going to this day in another magazine. Oh, okay. Yeah, Shonen drops an awful lot of weird stuff. An awful lot of stuff that seems to be doing well. But, you know, they obviously have reasons for doing it. One thing... Oh, I forgot to change the fucking... Oh. Go on, kill them. This doesn't count because I forgot to change the weapons. Dipshit. Need to be more intelligent than that. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I don't know if anyone is watching it at the moment. As I've stated, obviously, I'm not. But has anyone been watching My Hero Academia? Fucking words. My Hero Academia Vigilante. Give her energizing jump. Well, we're not using her, so no, it doesn't matter. You have that, which we can get rid of for now. Give you that. It's easy. And we could try and get counterattacks for you. Which then means we can... We won't be using the free aim. Well... I mean, that's interesting. Tile. How Can we give her energizing jump? If we get rid of... yes, if we get rid of that and go like that. Yeah, let's go with that and see. I figured it would be, but it's not exactly hard to be better than My Hero, considering most of the characters in My Hero are wet blankets. Fucking weapons! I don't even know if she has a weapon that's better. Whatever. It's done and dusted now. I haven't watched Go Ranger. I know that there was that Red Ranger anime that came out there not too long ago as well that was meant to be interesting. I haven't given that a watch. So interesting that. But yeah, no, I have to go back into anime and start watching some stuff again in the near future. Why is... she's still doing more damage than my L was.
I'll do it.
Why did I do that, actually?
Let's gamble.
Sorry I failed.
Oh, I'm just being an idiot. I watched all of Red Ranger Becomes an Adventure in Another World. What did you think of it? It didn't... just by the looks of the show, it didn't interest me. But what did you think of it? It seemed a bit... what's the word I'm looking for? It seemed a bit shit. like my gameplay.
I'm back.
Look out.
I don't know. Like I guess I like the idea of the Red Ranger being able to become like. You know what? Just do it. I like the idea of the Red Ranger being able to like go bonkers, like because obviously Rangers are the most powerful thing in their universe, the Senkai universe. The Rangers are just bonkersly powerful. It takes almost the entirety of the like. When you look, I just after realizing I have to do the Vectos again. Yeah, this will be my last attempt at this, by the way. So you keep that sword because it is the best thing for you. And then in your Pictos, we add energizing jump. Versatile would be sound, but we actually won't be using your free, your base attack, even though it's handy. Actually, I retract that. Why? What did I say made you retract it? You need to stand by your words or don't go by them at all. So what did I say makes you retract it? I enjoy Demon Lord Retry, so my opinion is invalidated. I mean, Demon Lord Retry wasn't a bad show. Wasn't good, but it wasn't bad. Oh, Christ. I don't know, I just have bad standards, to be honest, I suppose. Is your other weapon any better? I mean, it does more damage. 3 AM shots can consume a sun charge to apply 5 foretell. Does Luna have anything better? No. One free AM shot. No, okay, so we actually did have the best weapons we could have. So this is our last attempt at this. We're not trying it again. There was a season 2, you know. I didn't actually watch it, so I didn't know that. How was the season 2? Did you enjoy it?
Get ready.
I don't know. An awful lot of animes haven't interested me in a while, unfortunately. Much to my chagrin.
Time to strike.
We don't have any sun charges, so we have to do this.
I'll do it.
Yeah, only with one attack, fair enough. I'm doing it again. Cool. But the fact that we done perfect dodges there is kind of annoying, because it means we could have done the parry. And the parry is better, in theory.
Feel the burn.
Because the parry allows us to do a counterattack. Sorry, I hit the fucking counter on that.
Here's your card.
Like that. Allows us to hit a counterattack. I loved how every word out of the character's mouth was an innuendo. I like when that's done cleverly. There are often times in games where that isn't done, or in shows, where that isn't done that cleverly, and oftentimes they come across as a bit of a cringe lord as a result. So I like when it's done with a wee bit of cleverness.
Today.
For those who come after.
I'm sorry I'm so decisively shit at this. Decisively shit at this. But yeah. Luna, here. Bula Bula. Counterattack gives us that. Now we have these. Low damage, high damage, consumes all to deal additional damage. We have a lot of foretells, that's probably the right one to do. Heal yourself, consume all to increase the healing by 5%. Seal fade, physical damage, which means that it's not doing the damage we wanted to before. Critical hit, don't remove that. 200% more if we do that. Grim Power's medium damage, it's heal. I think Phantom Blade is the right one to do here, considering it's weak to Dark. And let's see how much extra damage it does as a result of us doing Phantom Blade. It should do a good bit, and this will tell us whether or not this was a waste of time. Well, it would help if I hit it at the right time. It's not a waste of... well, it's not a waste of time. We should have done the mark shot before we had done anything else. The next time we set up that, we do the marked chair. We mark them first, and then we do that move.
I'm ready.
Lune gets this one. Yeah, we could have dodged that with the parry. But hey, we're doing fine now. We have a quarter of his health down, which is good. Pink! Honestly, pink is a unique color for an awful lot of these type of enemies. And in general, I kind of love it. I kind of love enemies that have this color pattern. Like, this pink is obviously very warm, very comforting, very much kind of soothing to you. It invites you in. And I like when that's the case, because it means that an awful lot of the time the enemy that's in front of you doesn't appear as threatening as you might think that it does, and I like that quite a substantial amount. We're also going to, yes, cool, and now we're going to heal her, even though she doesn't need the heal because one hit and it kills her. I'm just fed up looking at her being battered and bruised. This is a waste of an overcharge, but we are at full amount, so hopefully it'll do a wee bit more damage. 3,000 isn't bad. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Oh, does this consume the sun? Okay, no it doesn't, but we'll do that anyway. Cool. And now we will do this. So we should do more damage next turn. When Gustav comes around, we mark him so that the move does more damage. So we need to ensure that Gustav stays alive here. Good, it's attacking Gustav again. I love when it attacks Gustav, because Gustav has the weakness against him, so it does more damage. I just man my fourth. Oh Jesus! How many years is that? So if it's your 4,000th game, that has to be 30 years, doesn't it? In theory, I should do the overcharge, but I think the marking shot in the long term will do more damage as it marks him. And now, because we're in Twilight, time 2 to the foretell applied. We don't. That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. That's actually hilarious. I don't have the AP. I don't have the fucking AP. Manage 445 for Ireland, almost into 2063. So in theory, could still be a manager. That's interesting. Ticket price for 1,871. That's a guess in USD. Is that the conversion rate, Benny? Based on what it would be now. So that probably makes sense. Take a guess in USD. Oh, okay. So, ticket price. Oh, you want me to guess what the ticket price was then? I think you said it. Didn't you say it was 2 cents or something like that? 2 pence. I don't know what you call your dollars. So you've your dollars, and then I don't know if you have your smaller amount. So I'd be guessing at max. Okay, in wrestling terms, back in the olden days, $15 was considered a marquee ticket event. The fact that you are part of the actual main baseball league, and baseball at one point in time was considered America's most loved sport. I would be guessing, and just guessing, I'd be guessing $22. And we're gonna lose the Twilight anyway, so go on. Oh, we done 999. Nice. Again, I don't know the conversion rate, so I'm just guessing. So let me know. Okay, so that's obviously too high based on the knowledge you're just after giving me there. So it's still America's favorite sport. So for the time, probably to be expensive, $5. 5. It's like entertainment was yeah, 0.113. That makes sense. Like that's the thing about it. I like the entire point of entertainment was for entertainment to be within the price range of the average person. So that makes about sense. The only reason I was thinking so high is because it was America's favorite sport. So maybe they'd up the price of it, but it wouldn't be like the opera or something like that. By the way, what is your miniature currency called? Is it dollars and pennies, or what is it? Because I get cents for euros. Thanks. Baskets. He's going to attack too. Sorry, the advertisement's coming on. You're going to miss me dodging this attack. Okay. Dollars and cents. Okay, same. Fair enough. Fair enough. Just while that advertisement is happening, I'm just going to go for a quick glue break, so I'll be back really, really quickly. How do you play 100 games plus? It has to be 100 games plus, with Ireland being included in that. It's not 100 games with like Shamrock Rovers. I don't remember them because it was before my time. But in Ireland, we used to have a thing called pence. I can't remember what the main one was. That was before the euro. Well, before the euro.
For those who come
break him. Old school currencies. It's actually meant to be a really interesting topic to go into, but I don't have a diddly notion of
Here's
them.
your card.
So now we have a sun charge. It's probably
Here
worth
comes the
our
money.
time.
Here we go.
Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
God, I love that it has Vince McMahon with the money as the icon for the blurb. Did that play? I accidentally had myself muted, so I didn't hear it. I'll return that and I'll play it myself, because I didn't hear it. Return that money to you and I'll play it myself. So that I can do the nicety for you and do the little dance. I have far too many bloody channel points.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
I have far too many channel points. I
Here
need to
comes the
narrow
money.
them down.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar.
Love that song. Love that song so much. I am a complete nerd.
Feel the burn. I'm ready.
Does it do anything, us having the same stand there for Luna? I don't think it does. Oh, I do. No, it's just to find it. Because I have so many of them there. It's just I have so many at 1,000. It's incredibly hard to find a specific one at certain times. So maybe put a filtration system in or do it like that. Sometimes it's hard to find the one you want.
Here's your card.
Son of a bitch.
Waiting.
Wasn't enough either. Oh, Gustav, you won't be alive just yet. We're about to make halfway. You should do like channel rewards for like gift cards, but have them high. What, for me to give gift cards out? No, I'm not doing that. do you need to have moon? So twilight gives you moon, but it consumes all foretell. There has to be a way to get into twilight without using all of that. Maybe in the future when I end up making something off of this. That won't be for a long time. I'm not setting up anything like that until I have more, a bigger fan base. Because it's not worth it at the moment. I don't think. Maybe I'm being daft. Quite as high chance of being daft, but I don't have the money yet to spend into it to do stuff like that, much to my chagrin.
A storm is coming. A brilliant light.
Kulabula.
Full deck.
Yeah, we continue to do this.
Heads up, Sia.
This will do 9/9 damage to him, by the way, in a minute when we set this up.
Heads up, Sia.
Well, it would have if I didn't counter. Actually, now that I think about it, yep.
Let us stay.
Would have if I didn't counter, because I am a twit and actually don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I'm waiting.
I do. I'll do that after the stream, though. Looks like I'm finishing after this fight anyway. So I'll do that directly after the stream.
For those who come after.
That does 3,000 damage. We're about halfway there, so that's something at least, I suppose. Christ. Oh.
Ready to evade. Roma is flowing.
Oops. I was meant to go over to Gustav. But hey, what can you do? I think she's still over in Russia at the moment. So I think she's just enjoying time over there for the moment. So maybe in the future she'll end up coming back on, but just enjoying herself over there, and fair play to her for it.
A storm is coming.
I enjoy everyone that ends up coming in anyway. I don't mind if any individual person doesn't end up coming or any individual does end up coming. I just like having the chat and having the discussion with some people. And I hope that it's a good stream for anyone that ends up coming into it anyway. That's all that I end up wanting to happen. And if you think that it isn't a good stream, do voice your opinion. I prefer to know what you think more than anything else. So do let me know if you aren't enjoying it, or if there's a fucking words crack, a matter of conversation that might intrigue us to talk about. I have no problem talking about other stuff or anything like that. I must get sleep, as the things is important sometimes. Well, if you need to head off, Skull, and get some sleep, fair play to you. Thank you so much for coming in. It was a pleasure to have you. But as always, just remember, is that working? God damn it, I had it connected up. Anyway, just remember to Schlanga Fool, make sure your crack is 90, and of course, Pogue Mahone. I had it fucking working. Why isn't it working? Yeah. I literally had it working before I started the stream. It's insanely annoying. Let me try this. Do that. Do this. Do that. Do this. Do that. Do this. Yeah, now it's working again. That's insanely annoying. I've set it up so that I would be able to do it without needing to stop the music. So like it should pop up. Yeah. So yeah. Finally got the stream deck to work a bit. And then the one time that I wanted to do it didn't work. I wish they'd remake Hitman Reborn anime and finish the completion. You probably have to wait another 10, 15 years for that to happen, Duck, unfortunately. I didn't actually watch the original, so I have no idea if it's any good. Oh yeah, but the important thing is that you enjoy what you're doing. As if not, we can't enjoy it. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I guess that's my only thing. I'd love to have a wee bit more feedback. But I'm enjoying it anyway. And not like for like I fucking crack. Just in terms to grow more than anything else. Well, some improvements and stuff like that. But I need to add more stuff. Like at some point in time, I need to actually get down and crack down and develop like custom animations for raids and alerts and blah 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 blah. That's future crack problem. I fucking twit. I was meant to watch the number.
Here's your card. Careful now. Gustav!
That was my fault. I stupidly caused that there. This shouldn't have went on as long as it did there. I should have gotten a nice hit out of her moves there. I mean, in terms of viewerships and all this, this game doesn't do great for me, but I'm enjoying it, so I don't care. Like, ironically, as it's a new game and the whole lot, you think it might pop some people around to end up spotting it, but it actually doesn't do anyways good for me. But I'm enjoying it. I'm actually really enjoying doing it. So I can't complain. Well, I can. You can always complain. But, yeah, you know what I mean. How am I able to do that with 1 AP? Is it because I have so many stands? It must be. Okay, yeah, dodge this time. Just because we want the mark so that... We want the mark so that when CL does her attack, it does the maximum amount of damage it does the 999. VTS are broken on my save. Why? Why did they get good players, or what ended up happening? Because obviously you're a good bit into it. Ah, I see. That makes sense. Really? It didn't do the 999. It's on 999 the time before this. Crap. 20 Eredivisie since 2039. Crikey. That's a record and a half, I'll tell you.
Ready to evade.
Seriously, 20 Eredivises in 30 years. Almost. That's bonker stats.
Here we go. Attention.
I think it's more important to get the foretell up to 10 than it is to get the mark. Unfortunately.
A brilliant light.
Oops. You are right, Benny. I am horribly underleveled for this. This is taking far too long. not be taking as long as it is. But hey, it's almost there, I suppose. The one unfortunate thing too about this at the moment is get your words together, crack. The one unfortunate thing with this as well is... What the fuck was it trying to say? Blah, 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 blah. Who cares?
Lightning, strike.
For those who come after.
Danger.
I probably would do a lot more damage if we had that augmented counterplay, which we get after getting SK, but still. Who turns left? By 2 if no foretell. Problem is with being a Twilight, I guarantee it. I don't get this. So Twilight gets rid of your sun, does it? Because we're not improving at all doing that. But, I mean, it's going to do dark damage to it anyway, so... 3,000 again. 3,000 not near good enough. Okay. Burns again and attacking Gustav. Boom. 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 Cool. Now, remember with... CL that we... Okay. Cool. Marseille lost in the 5 Conference League finals. Shit. That has to be infuriating to go to the final 5 times and lose it every single time. Like, that has to burn in the cockles of your cold dead heart, doesn't it? Just to have that happen to you, it has to burn. Why are we in...
For those who come after.
Break, cool. It's not gonna stay in break because it only does one of its stun moves because it's far too fast for us. But yeah, like, who so who would be the most successful team in your save? Would it be Shamrock Rovers because of all the stuff you've done with them, or like, who would be the most successful team in your save at the moment? Almost have it dead, which is beautiful. I mean, when doing, as I said, the Real Madrid save I'm currently doing is the longest save that I've ended up having, and I couldn't tell you. I mean, I might have a luck the next time. I might have a luck the next time see who is the best in the world at the moment, but I honestly haven't a clue.
The expedition's not over.
So you can go and expend one of them to do that. Fair enough. So that was genuinely might have been a waste of time.
I saw your future.
Take your shot.
I've done 7,000 damage, so that done more damage than the other one. It's gonna be dead in a minute anyway, but like, just... The power dynamics of some of these skills confuse the gonads off of me. I don't understand them at all, but hey. Now the problem with this bothers me a bit, because we're after winning this now, and we have 20, 20, 18. But did any of this go over to the other party member? Resplendent Chroma Catalyst. That's to increase past level 9. First hit dealt and taken deals 50% more damage. So we're giving that to Marielle anyway. Up to level 19. Okay, interesting. Now, if I was an ass, we go into the red wood and do the red wood as well, considering we know that we can. I bumped her up a bit. Now, in terms of Pictos, we want her to have... Should have given that to Gustav. Stun boost still isn't learnt yet. Burning mark, burning on a marked enemy. It's nice, but well, fuck it, it's worth 15, keeping it on her. Stun boost, do we give stun? I think we give stun boost to someone else. And we go first offense here. If the first offense is only 5. And then on Gustav... No, then on you, we give augmented aim off for... What? What do you mean we have augmented counter now? We just didn't have it learnt. We had augmented counter, we just didn't have it fucking learnt. Okay. Calm down, Craic. Boss is done. Boss is done. Calm down. Boss is done. We can be sound. Boss is fucking done. Calm your ever-loving tits, Craic. Yes, that is an insane level of horse manure that's just after happening there that you didn't recognize. And you are a twit of the highest order for not recognizing it. But worse things could have happened. In the grand scheme of things, all of it is sound. So calm your ever-loving... Do you not? Yeah. We'll do that. And then for Lune... For Lune, we'll go and... I suppose... Do that, I suppose. As for the learned skills, Gustav can get Shatter. High lightning damage can break if broken, Very high single damage, 6 hits uses the weapon's element. That would have been incredibly useful in this fight, actually. Weak to fire and disengagement. Deals single ice, fire, lightning, and earth damage. 4 hits. Generates the corresponding... What? That just sounds broken. That just genuinely sounds broken. As for you, rush increases our speed, but deals medium and does some mark, so go for that. Okay, then we go to this and we rest. Then we go to... Stop it! And we go to here and we look at the moves. We have Powerful, we have Recovery, we have From the Fire. From the Fire is the one move we probably won't be using too much, so I suppose we put Strike Storm in for From the Fire. We use it only if we need to. It has a lot of AP necessary in order to use it, so it'll be rare that we use it, but still. We've Grim Harvest here, which heals all allies. Nice to have the heal, especially if we don't have Lune, so that's sound. You heal yourself for Harvest. I think we're better putting marking card over that, over Harvest, and do a group heal over healing yourself. I have won 36 league top flights. I have all vanilla leagues loaded as playable and have since start and check who is the most dominant club in the save right now. That must take a long ass time to load, my friend. Slide. Consumes all stains to deal high elemental damage. Can break if 4 stains are consumed. But we want elemental trick. No ice damage. Play a second turn if you have that. We don't have that. I think this is what we go for here with Lune. And that's our team at the moment. I don't know what's in the Redwood. Question for you, Duck, considering I think you're the only one left. Do I, and it will be a future thing because I'm finishing up soon enough now, do I go into the Redwood even though it's a difficult area like this area here and potentially waste time going into an area that I'm not strong enough for? Or do I go into Esquez area and just continue on? I'm actually half tempted to be a schmuck and go into the area I'm not strong enough for. Yeah, fair enough. We'll go in and suffer. We'll have a quick gawk at it and see. If it's just another boss fight, I might give it one go. That boss fight took a half an hour, and it's 1:15, and I have work in the morning, so we'll see. So we'll see is the answer to my first declaration there. I will say though, we haven't been bad on the money side of things. We need a lot more money, but we'll go in and have a gawk, the two of us that's left, and see what's in here. And yeah. Also, I will say, whatever about the 2 swimsuits, Luna's swimsuit is brilliant. But I will say, especially in this overworld area here, this swimsuit shows off Gustav's ass amazingly. Like, look at how much it shows off his ass. And never mind the ass, look at that bulge. Holy crap, look at that bulge. Look at that bulge. I mean, holy crap. That's something that'll get me demonetized anyway, I'm sure. I've learned from the best, Benny. I've learned from the best. You've given me inspiration. Ooh, interesting. An odd-looking fountain. Chroma swirls inside. Pour 5,000. Why would I do that? Fine. Must minds created by man be considered false? Many have pondered this question. Many have understood its complexity, but not all. Long have they answered. They've pondered and consumed the whole.
What is this? A cryptic story dispenser.
Did I just waste Oh, fuck off.
Actually, I found it quite interesting. Could we try it again?
I mean, they need that money for weapons. Is that really all this is? And so I came in here, and I'm not even strong enough to do what I need to in it yet anyway. Whatever the hell the Redwood is. So, obviously there's going to be more to do here later. But, interesting. Okay. It doesn't come up as an actual area here. Make sure to do that. Be sure to complete that. Stone cliffs, upgrade your weapons. Fine. I'm going to search up what the actual Redwood is just before I go. Because I'm curious. I've spent the money in it now anyway. But the fact that it took 5,000 and needs another 10 is, for lack of a better word, annoying, considering the amount of money I need for shit. What happens? Interest there. Donations, it will eventually pay off. You shouldn't deplete your... To fulfill this request, you can come back to your family when your reserves are much higher. Oh, fuck. Fuck a duck in a handbasket. You receive recovery pictos. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it is something that you do, but it's something you do throughout the entirety of the game. So why this is red, I don't bloody know, considering there's no actual danger to the goddamn fucking thing, but... Whatever. Whatever. And how strong are Salzburg in comparison to the rest of the rest of the world? Are they anyways competent in the Champions League? Now I know you're in the Champions League, so it makes a queer owl difference. But are they anyways good within that? Well, yeah, they've won every Bundesliga since. Now I was asking about the Champions League. Also, what's happened to Bayern? With that being the case, are Bayern a good bit lower down, or are they fighting for contention of the Bundesliga? Obviously, as you said, stated that obviously they're nowhere near winning it, based on the statement you stated before, with Salzburg winning the fucking thing every time since the first 5. But are Bayern anyways close to it? By the way, this should be a really quick death. Crikey, that does so much fucking damage.
Take him down.
I should run better on the timing of that. Yeah, go on. Should do 999. Between Bayern and Leverkusen for the Bundesliga title. Salzburg didn't win 3 of the first 5 Bundesliga. I thought... Did I read that? Am I just losing my head? Or does that not mean that they didn't win first of the 3-5 but have won since? Or is it? Are you saying that Bayern and RB have been the... So, what was your initial statement for, Duck? Or am I just bonkers in how that was read? Austrian Bundesliga. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I thought they were in the... I thought... Okay, never mind. So this is... This. We will put that there. We will rest. And that is us for tonight, my friends. I'll look and see if there's anyone I can send you on to in a raid before we finish up 100%. For TikTok, I am going to end the live now. Thank you so much for anyone that followed. Thank you so much for anyone that came in. In 3 hours, 30 minutes, we've had 134 videos, so this TikTok live stream has been bushed. But hey, you do what you can. Anyway, end you there. Receive 100 more likes to unlock your next reward. Well, thank you so much. That ain't happening tonight. And that is you finished up there. 2 new followers, 134 views. I had one person watching for 1 hour 23 minutes. Nice. Who's that? Coolaboola. I mean, it's something. Something. Anyway, let's see if there's anyone live. You're hardly live at the moment, are you, Benny? You are not, which means I will send you off to a good old football streamer, because why not send you on to Dill? Thank you so much, everyone. It was an absolute pleasure to talk to you. I will try and be on again tomorrow night, probably with this, because I'm in the groove to continue to watch it. But it was an absolute pleasure to talk to you. And as always, remember, make sure your crack is 90. Pog. Make sure your crack is 90. Schlongafol, and of course, Pog Mahone. Thank you so much, my friends.